Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Roth to Riches. Today I'm going to dive into my Roth IRA portfolio, share with you guys what's in it, and give you a quick little update as to what's going on in it right now, take you behind the scene into the spreadsheet, share all the details with you and all that stuff. I do invest differently in here than I do in my regular portfolio, and I did make a couple of changes, and I'm thinking about making some more. So we're going to get into that in today's video. So let me record the screen really fast. 3, 2, 1. Bam. All right, I'm gonna take you into the portfolio itself. It's here in Charles Schwab. So right now, this is it's 4:30 in the afternoon here in China. This is Saturday, so the market's not open. That's why the market things up there are black. Market is closed right now. I will refresh it for you. So you can see right now my Roth IRA is valued at $59,454. I got $6,685 in cash. Yesterday was Friday. It was down 0.75%. So it did a little bit better than the market was doing, but it's not doing great. The market's been really bad lately because of all the stuff going on in Iran and everything else happening around the world. So the portfolio's not been doing great. So anyway, let's check it out. Here's all the positions. Right now, I've got SoundHound AI, 144 shares. This one is down. Actually, I only had 100 shares. I was selling put options and I got assigned and I kept it, and actually it ran up to over 120% profit. And I took my initial investment out and made some money on that. And then when I saw the price coming back down, I started selling put options again to get back in it. And so I did get assigned after I'm earning some income on put options, got back in. Now I have more shares and I'm selling covered calls on what I own to earn a little income on that. I've got SGOV. This is right now, I think it's like a 3.5% yield, pays each and every month. And this is where I store some cash that I may need in the near future, because I've been looking at actually getting some land somewhere. And so I got a little bit of cash here for that purpose, because I can take it out penalty free, and I don't want it to be at risk of the markets. So I just keep it here to keep stable cash, keep stable high yield interest on the cash that I have. So that's what that is right there, 270 shares. SCHG, which is basically U.S. large cap growth, is a big cap growth. So a lot of tech stocks that have a lot of potential for growth. This was doing really well, but just recently, during these times we've been having, like this was up at 10% at one point, and now it's down about 1%, I believe. But I went ahead and added to this position a little bit this week. I've got 355 shares here, because I do believe once the situation is over and the market rebounds, this has potential to rebound very rapidly. So this is a good one for a Roth IRA for growth. I'm 45. I can't touch this till I'm 59 and a half or 60 years old. So I got a long time. So I think we have plenty of time to build this position and grow this position. Next, I have SCHB, which is Schwab's U.S. Broad Market ETF. So this basically covers the entire stock market, right? This covers everything in the stock market. 412 shares of this. And then lastly, I do have TSPY, which is Tap Alpha's Growth and Daily Income ETF. So to my understanding, they're selling 0 DTE puts to earn income on this, but it does also have growth potential, so you can get income and growth. And the reason why I invest in this is to have some income. So after I max this out, I still have income coming into the portfolio to make more purchases and to keep growing the portfolio even after I max out my yearly contribution. And then lastly, I do have one covered call open here on SoundHound, and it's not very much, but I have the shares, so I might as well make a little bit of income there. So I went ahead and sold a little covered call, earned some income. Usually the premiums are a lot higher, but it's not very high right now. So anyway, then there's my cash position at the bottom. So now that you know that, let me take you into the spreadsheet, share with you behind the scenes how this thing is performing. And also, this is only March of 2026. At this point, I have invested already $3,500 into this. So I think the yearly limit for 2026 is $7,500. So I got 45, 50, 65. I got $4,000 more dollars I can add to this portfolio. So I'm going to be continuing to do that as the months goes on, as the months progress. So anyway, let's check out the spreadsheet. Let's do a screen recording of this one. 3, 2, 1, bam. All right, so here we are in my Roth IRA spreadsheet. I'll make it bigger so you can see 150%. So you can see I did have this empty spot up here. This is where Rigetti was at, but I sold Rigetti recently. Actually, I'll cover that for you guys really fast, and then we'll get into the rest of this. So yeah, I did sell Rigetti yesterday on Friday, the 20th. Now, I actually had more shares of this, similar to SoundHound, and like it was up over 100%, and I locked in the profit and then let the shares ride. And then, I don't know, just due to the recent market volatility and stuff like that, I thought I would go ahead and cut this before it does go negative like SoundHound did, and just take the money, and I basically put that money into SCHG, into a more growth-focused ETF instead of a single stock. So that's when I did that. You can see I had 70 shares that I sold. My cost was $12.32, and the sale price was $15.04. So, what else? Rigetti doesn't pay dividends, but I don't have a place on this spreadsheet to track income earned from covered calls. But I did sell covered calls, and I tracked that. I logged them as dividends. But I made $49.35 in covered call premium. So I'll put that there in the dividends because that adds up, shows how much money I actually got out of owning these shares. So, yeah, I made a little bit of money there on the shares I had, 27.8%. So this is what happened there with Rigetti. Next on my positions, like I said, I have SoundHound, SCHB, SHG. They're all here. My number of shares, my cost average. It's the same thing I shared with you guys in the portfolio already. Now, in terms of the returns go, how it's performing, we can see over here the market return and total return. SoundHound is down bad, it's beat up, but I did already extract a lot of money from this when it was up a lot, and I got back in. But yeah, we're down now right now. We're negative right now, 29%, 23%, but it's okay. This has a lot of potential to get up to where it is right now. My cost average is $9.25, so we can get there pretty quickly if the market turns around. And I'm still selling covered calls on this to earn income. But you can see this only makes up 1.59% of my portfolio, so it's just a speculative growth stock. If this went to zero, it wouldn't really affect me any, so it's no big deal. But here's my main focus of this portfolio right now: SCHB and SCHG. These two are the main engines of simple growth in this portfolio. So SCHB, we're up 3.5% on the market return and 4.23% on the total return. If you see my other videos, it was up a lot more before just recently, this thing that happened. But yeah, we're still up on this one. And this is 17.38% of the portfolio. And then we have SCHG, which is the mega cap growth. So this one is down 1.28% and 1.08 on the total return. Both of these do have a quarterly dividend, a very small one, but it is on drip, so I just let the dividend drip and add to the shares. But this one is 17.5% of the portfolio. So you can see here we have over 35% of the portfolio in these two. And then we have T-SPY, TSPY, the SP 500 cover call thing there, minus 8.5% on the market return and minus 5.5% on total return. And you can see this is 7% of the portfolio. This is also on drip, but actually what I've been thinking about doing is eliminating this from the portfolio. But I do believe I'll get positive on total return first, because it's good to have a cover call thing and earn some income while the market is doing what it's doing, while it's falling. And this does have growth potential, and it does have, the decent dividends. So I think I can get total return pretty quickly if the market does turn around. But once I do hit a positive total return, I'm probably going to get rid of this one and allocate that money into SCHB or SCHG, one of these two. Probably going to be my idea there, just because I want long-term growth. I still got 15 years before I can touch this, and I think growth, just long-term overall growth, will be better than receiving this dividend here. Yeah, so that's my plan there. Possibly. I mean, I could get some single stocks, like a single stock, but I'm not sure about that. I think it's just easier to just pick an ETF and just let it do its thing. Lastly, there's the SGUP position. It doesn't really change. It stays like $100 all the time. It kind of creeps up, pays a dividend, starts back over and creeps up. So you can see it's positive 0.18%, and the total return is positive 0.5%. That's due to the large yield. This is actually 45% of the portfolio. So I guess it's the largest position in my portfolio is this cash position right now, which for me is okay because, like I said, a couple of things is keeping the portfolio stable. And then number two is I'm saving it in case I need it for a large purchase that I need to make. But I might not make that purchase. I don't know. It's just there just in case I do decide to do that. And I could take it out without, without suffering a loss. So, if everything gets to going really good, then I might move this money to somewhere else. But for now, we'll leave it there. So, yeah, that's my portfolio and what's in it and the changes I'm thinking of making and changes I did make. And usually every month, around the first of the month, I'll deposit some money here. So, still got a couple weeks for that. I'll probably put another maybe $500 in here this time around. I mean, I still have lots of cash there that I can allocate right now anyway. I just haven't put it anywhere. I got $6,000 in cash I can buy stuff with. So I'm waiting for the market to bottom out before I allocate more money to something. But we might be at a bottom or very near a bottom. But yeah, that's my plan. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in other channels, I have 2 other channels. I have over like 28,000 subscribers or so. Go check that out. I have a channel about living here in China and just my experience going through midlife as, a man living abroad. And my other channel focuses more on my high yield investing journey. So if you're interested in that, I'll put the link below if you want to check them out. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys, man. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. And y'all take care.